Hello, my name's Annie. I was born in the UK and grew up there. I grew up in Cambridge and Oxford. My family, my parents were academics, and so I have a background in university cities. I've lived now in Prague for the last 11 years. And that's not the start of my migration journey, because before that I also lived in Italy, in France and in Switzerland, but for much shorter times. When I was a young adult, I moved abroad because I had the ability to do so within the EU. And so that's how it all started, really. If I hadn't been in the EU, I would never have decided to go to Italy or France. I never thought that I would become a Czech citizen. Even when I moved to the Czech Republic, I never imagined that I would need to become Czech. And that happened only because of Brexit and because of the fact that I would lose my right to work and travel across Europe if I didn't become Czech at that point. And this time it was more difficult. I did move with friends here, but I didn't move with a job to go to here, and that was much harder. I've spent quite a long time as a mother, which in the Czech culture is normal, and in the culture that I come from is not so normal. So that probably, the fact that I was here made a difference to how I viewed parenting and work-life balance during parenthood. I miss most the people that I left behind. I miss the sea. We're very far from the sea here in Prague. I think there's a big difference. When I left the UK, I had embarked on a career in music management. Music was a really big part of my life in the UK, and most of my activities outside of work and my friendship groups revolved around music. And here that's very different. I have made my way gradually a little bit into singing outside of work, but I've not managed to find a job in the music world here. My first experiences, it's very unusual, because I arrived in Prague on the day that President Havel died. It was a very special time to be here, but it was unusual. It wasn't a normal Prague. So my very first impressions were quite odd, but very emotional. My sort of second impressions were that the bureaucratic system here is very different from what I was used to. Brexit hasn't impacted my life as much as it probably has for most foreigners who are living in the Czech Republic or in any other EU state. In the sense that I managed to get this Czech citizenship just in time before Brexit hit. What it has changed is our likelihood of returning to the UK. And I can go back anytime, but my family can't. And that's very hard when you have to accept that. I hope that staying here will get easier and not harder as we get older, and as the people that we care for also get older.